A young woman was kicked out of a bathroom, thrown out, rather, by police officers recently. You can see this video on YouTube and various other places. I saw it on the Young Turks. I don't normally watch them, but this was one headline that I thought, well, let's take a look, see what actually happened. And the video shows a woman who is a lesbian dressed apparently as a late 80s teenage boy. That's my opinion on what I saw. But the person was obviously very feminine, although I must say their portrayal of a late 80s, early 90s boy was spot on, almost like they were from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or something like that. Regardless, the point is, this person was a woman dressed in whatever clothes they chose. That doesn't really matter. Point being that the police showed up and asked for ID. The person refused. Mind you, one thing I found interesting on the video is right near the beginning of the video, you see there are clearly other transgendered people in this bathroom. There's a short shot where it kind of, early on, it pans a little bit to the left. Not a lot, just a little bit. And one of the officers kind of stands aside and you see somebody, I don't know if they're coming out of the bathroom or what they're doing, but they are very obviously a cross-dresser. Which, again, fine, I don't care. My point is, if that's the type of people who are going in that bathroom, why are the police here? Who called the police in the first place? What is actually going on here? I don't quite understand that. And the Young Turks took it to this weird, in all honesty, I think it's weird that their conclusion was this is thanks to conservatives. And I don't side, mind you, I'm an anarchist. I don't side with political parties. You're all stupid. Your ideas are tired and old, and we need something better. But regardless, let's get back on track. Okay, so the police show up and kick this person out. They throw this person out of the bathroom. And to be honest, I don't think this type of thing ever would have happened had social justice warriors not have existed. Because guess what? There were cross-dressers a long time ago. It's nothing new. It's been in our culture in America for a long time. It's not new. Now, granted, it might be that there's more of them now. I don't really know. I really do not know. I grew up in a town of 1,000 people. And I worked in a town that was 7 miles away that had about 8,000 people or so. I worked at a movie theater, and one day a very obviously cross-dressed man showed up at the movie theater with his bulldog. He wasn't there to see a movie. He just said, hey, can I get some water for my dog? We said, sure. And we took the bowl and we filled it up with water and gave it back to him. This was in a town of 8,000 people that's not well known. And I was 16 or 17-ish. So it's been around. And this was a good, 14 years ago or so, something like that. And I guarantee you it's been around longer than 14 years ago. My point was that if me growing up in a town of 1,000 people have experienced cross-dressers or transgendered people when I was young, the words social justice warrior didn't exist back then at all. So these people were around before social justice was. And I guarantee you this, no one bothered them when they went to the bathroom. Do you know why? Because when you go to the bathroom, you're not gendered because everybody goes to the bathroom. There's no specific, yes, okay, so there's urinals when men stand but still. A lot of the places I've worked, and again, this is even where I lived, and worked in the town of 8,000 people. The bathrooms had locks on the doors. They'd have 2 bathrooms. Sometimes they would have little signs saying, this is a men's room, this is a woman's room. Sometimes they would have a little sign that says it would have man and a woman split with a wall, but that means it's a unisex bathroom. Just, lock the door because you only can fit one person in here. But guess what? They had 2 of them because why do you need more bathrooms than that, depending on the location? But my point is, this problem was solved a long time ago, and we never needed the police to get involved, and it wasn't a conservative or liberal issue. Social justice warriors made this an issue. It wasn't conservatives. Again, I don't side with conservatives. I want government to end forever. But when you're going to tell a bold-faced lie, like, see, conservatives, this is what you get, like the Young Turks did, I'm going to have to call you on it. And it's a new thing for me on YouTube to be doing these types of videos, but I felt like it's fun to do. I enjoy it. And I've noticed there are a lot more people answering the call of telling the truth, speaking logic and reason, instead of kowtowing to social justice, which, by the way, I'm about to do another video on social justice. So please leave some comments, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'll have a link to support us on Patreon down in the description. Thank you for listening.